Thank you, ma'am. Distinguished gentlemen on the dais, off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I'm extremely impressed at what I've just had an opportunity to see. The exhibition showcases some really outstanding innovations, technologies, and interventions that can transform our own energy sector. And I'm extremely grateful to the organizers for putting together companies from around the world. I'm particularly grateful to Sweden for its partnership, for engaging with India, knowing full well that this is an area which, as I see in the days to come, is going to be the single most critical piece if we have to transform India's energy sector. I have no doubt in my mind that Mr. Sinha can make all amounts of electricity, can try and get the last mile connectivity through to all the people of India, but unless we do it smart, we are not going to be able to do it right. And I'm sure in the days to come, particularly considering the focus the government of India has put to the subject of smart metering, creating smart grids as an integral part of our smart cities program. This particular smart grid initiative is only going to be a first step towards India's future in the creation of technology-enabled and really efficient networks across the country. Today we are probably the fourth largest electricity consuming country in the world. Of course, given our size, it's extremely inadequate. I think we have to move quickly towards being at least the second largest power consumer given our size and scale. And that is the mission this government has set out to do 24/7, affordable energy access to every person in this country. And that's what I'm personally committed to. I'm sure that's what all my colleagues on the dais are committed to. And that's the partnership that I would like to invite all of you to participate in. That's the effort and initiative which cannot be achieved unless we can all work together to not only give access to everybody, but also make it affordable, make it technology enabled so that people have the ability to control their usage. People have the ability to know what they are spending. People have the ability to use energy efficiency to save on their spending. And people have the ability to hold me accountable, along with all my other colleagues, if we are not able to give them 24/7 power. And that's the advantage of communication, data, seamless flow of data without human intervention, that I believe smart grids can help us to reach the benefits of the energy revolution to the last man at the bottom of the pyramid. And to my mind, this initiative of bringing together all the stakeholders on one platform and helping us also, educating us also in crafting the program right, will be a very, very great contribution to our own efforts. I must thank you once again. All our efforts to get energy security into India and support the targets that we have set for ourselves would not be complete if we could not get consumer satisfaction. And I think the best gauge of consumer satisfaction and the way we can take that benefit of this transformation, this revolution we want to do in the energy sector to every individual in the country is truly humanly impossible without the interface of great deal of technology. And I do hope that in the days to come, all of you can sit down as a team, smaller roundtables, interaction amongst yourselves, help me to achieve my objective. And my objective is very simple, very transparent, extremely doable. I want to see that by 2019, the original target we had set was 2022. We've just advanced it by 3 years because of all that we've seen all of you achieve, because of all that I saw in the exhibition today. I'm more and more convinced that this revised 3-year advanced target to reach our goal of power for all, affordable power for all, quality power for all, is achievable by 2019. I'd urge you, sir, to lead the technology initiative and help us through all your partners, through all the stakeholders, to come up. For example, I was most impressed with the village smart grid that one of the innovation companies just showed me. We need to look at innovative solutions which are cost effective, which can be immediately scaled up, get the benefits of economies of scale, see how we can do the work transparently, honestly, and give equal opportunity to all, see what technology can bring to the table to drive down costs, use some innovative financing models which can be a win-win for all stakeholders. We had an interaction with the mobile companies to see if we could integrate mobile's penetration into people's homes. And I saw a little bit of that in one of the stalls here today too. How telephony, smart meters, and then both of them integrating into smart grids can be achieved. And to my mind, that could be achieved with a zero investment, either by the consumer or by the power companies. But mobile companies could be encouraged to invest, because that kind of last mile connectivity for them is humanly impossible in India or in a country of the scale and size and dimension of India, unless they use the available resource, which is electricity and the wire that goes into everybody's home giving power. So I believe if we all work together, all stakeholders take this up as a mission. My own personal desire, commitment, and those of you who have worked with me a little bit know that sometimes I shoot off the top of my head, but then we all work together to make it happen. If you recall, I had said LEDs should be at 99 rupees when they were at 500-600 rupees in the market. We are at well below 99 now. In fact, the government is procuring LED bulbs of 9 watts at only 64 or 65 rupees against the 310 rupees barely 18 months ago. And these are really high quality bulbs. I just got a report this morning, it should be in my car because I was reading it in the car, about the procurement, and over 90% of the LED bulbs are from companies which are absolutely top class, world class companies. I want to keep monitoring to see that quality does not suffer as the prices come down. And technology and quality are two things which are non-negotiable. I would not like any price to fall at the cost of the best of class modern technology and the best state-of-the-art quality. So I'm quite sure that my target that I'm going to set today before all of you and this distinguished gathering, that we would like to see smart meters in every establishment and home in this country, which means you have a business opportunity of 250 million smart meters in India in the next 3.5 years. And we want to make that happen. We want to achieve this at a price point which should be in 3 digits, 999. And believe me, we have no fascination or particular interest for 9, though my car number is 999 in Mumbai. And yesterday, an illustrious colleague in the upper house alluded to finance minister's 9 principles, 9 objectives, maybe tried to make fun of it. But for us, the figure 9 is extremely important. Only because we wanted LEDs to be 99, we've achieved much below 99. We want smart meters to be 999, and I'm confident that with your blessings, your innovation, your technological prowess, your support, and with the partnership that we can all work in, we can have a completely two-way communication, wireless or with wires. All of that is not my job. I'm a simple chartered accountant. I don't understand technology as well as all of you do, or rather, not even 1% as much as all of you do. But I only know numbers. I can only deal with numbers. I know that that's what I can afford, what the people of India can afford. So 999, and it's Bata which is to be blamed, not me for these figures. So 999, irrespective of whatever the opposition may like or dislike, and clearly with the kind of successes that all of you have brought to India, I'm not surprised that many people are jealous of the achievements of the sector, of the energy sector, of all of you who are working day and night, 24/7, so that we can reach the smallest and the remotest village of India, the poorest and the most deprived person, the last man at the bottom of the pyramid in India with a basic amenity like power, so that every child in this country has access to electricity so that he can study well, he can become a good citizen, he can add value to the growth and development of India and enjoy the fruits of this development, so that every parent gets good quality health care, every mother doesn't have to be worried about her children, about her delivery of the next child, or in fact every dimension of human existence can be transformed with good quality power. And that's the mission we have all set out for. I compliment all of you for your commitment to this sector, and I appeal to you earnestly. Let's make this 250 million smart meters, leading to every part of India becoming smarter and smarter, our children becoming smarter, our cities becoming smarter, our infrastructure working well to serve the people of India at a 3-digit number, hopefully well below 999, scaled out, rolled out smartly in the next 3.5 years. Thank you very much for your cooperation and support, and I wish all of you well. Thank you.